The fundamental premise of using scenarios is that having scenarios doesn't mean anything if you don't know how to use them. Creating scenarios is an important step in understanding how the external environment could change. It is a necessary activity, but it is not sufficient. In order to understand the benefits of scenarios, you have to be able to use them. This is a book about how to do that. Many approaches to scenario planning result in a few scenarios that may be provocative and help people think differently about the future. Although this can be a stimulating activity, it usually falls far short of what scenarios can really accomplish. The scenario planning literature is dominated by various methods for creating scenarios. The existing approaches include anywhere from 6 to 18 steps, and some avoid steps entirely. Regardless of the specific approach used to create scenarios, there is no standard advice for how to apply scenarios. While some methods do mention the idea of using scenarios, none offer detailed guidance on how to apply and use scenarios in a practical way. Even though the term scenario is more popular than ever, few people or organizations really understand what it means to develop scenarios and how to use them to support organizational change. As scenario practices have become more popular, the need for clear guidance on how to use them has never been more important. Much of the available scenario guidance remains in the conceptual realm, but scenario planning is an applied activity. This mismatch creates a clear need for practical advice and detailed tools. This is an applied book. Its contents are intended to help you actively connect scenarios to action. Many diverse examples are provided, but there is no single, complete case drawn through all of the tools. The reason for this was to show a variety of examples and to illustrate that the approaches have been developed to be context and industry neutral. The processes, exercises, and workshops described have been used in organizations across industries and countries for over 10 years. They are effective. Because of the practical and specific nature of this book, it does assume a degree of familiarity with scenario planning. It is intended for those who have some experience in the field and want to consider ways to get more out of their scenarios. The material requires some basic fluency with scenario terminology and existing processes. However, significant effort went into making these tools easy to use for any scenario, strategy, organization development, or change management professional. If you have never worked on a set of scenarios, you may want to start there. Or you could work with a mentor who can walk you through the whole scenario planning process.